There are two vaccines available. Both utilize messenger RNA, which is a tiny fragment of the virus that causes the infection, the COVID virus, coronavirus. Both vaccines are about 95% effective. Now, one requires that you get the first shot plus the second in 21 days. The other, you get the second shot 28 days after the first. It's important that you get both. The first shot gets you about 80% immune. The second shot takes you up to maximum protection, which is about 95%. It's certainly understandable that there are questions about the safety of a new vaccine. But keep in mind that this vaccine isn't brand new. They actually took existing science, mRNA vaccines that have been used for other purposes, and they reshaped it and refined it specifically for the COVID virus. Now, the FDA, the Federal Drug Administration, looked at the studies in the sample groups that the vaccine was tried on, and multiple different populations were included in that study group. There were people of color, African American, Asian, and Latino, and the safety was demonstrated to the satisfaction of the FDA. Our experts looked at the studies. Our experts actually looked at how the FDA looked at the studies, and everything points to both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are safe. You cannot get COVID from the vaccine. You can get some symptoms, but you will not get a COVID infection. You will definitely have a sore arm after getting your injection. And other than that, the side effects tend to be fatigue, a little bit of muscle achiness, but that tends to go away in the first 24 to 48 hours. Now, some people are starting to get their second shots, and there may be more side effects after the second shot. Time will tell. Yes, if you have had COVID, you should get the vaccine. The coronavirus infection is very survivable, nearly 99% survivable for most age groups, but it can be a pretty rough disease. So you want to maximize your protection against it. Having had an infection once doesn't assure that you won't get infected again at the end of this season or sometime next season, but a vaccine will give you your best chances. Yes, both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are considered safe for you to get, even when you're pregnant. So if you meet the criteria for vaccination in a non-pregnant state, the fact that you're carrying a baby means it's just as safe for you to get now. These vaccines, which are based on messenger RNA technology, should not have any impact whatsoever on your ability to get pregnant and your ability to stay pregnant. So the vaccines are safe. Those should not be concerns for you. Messenger RNA, which is used in the vaccine, is limited to the cytoplasm, or the liquid part of your cells. The DNA is tucked and locked inside the nucleus, so they do not interact. So no, you cannot change a person's DNA by giving them the mRNA-based vaccine. We certainly want to have all of our employees as safe as possible because your safety has been our concern, our number one concern, from day one of this unprecedented pandemic, but we are not making vaccination a requirement for continued employment in HCA healthcare. Keeping you safe and keeping you healthy has always been our organization's #1 priority. Getting a vaccine substantially reduces your risk of getting COVID and dealing with the symptoms. I hope that you will consider getting vaccinated at your earliest opportunity. And whether you get vaccinated or not, I think it's important that you still maintain vigilance, particularly around someone else who might be infected. Wear a mask, wash your hands, and socially distance whenever possible. Hopefully we'll have this behind us early in 2021. Thank you so much for all the work that you've done across the last year as we've been facing this unprecedented pandemic.